An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, there in coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated. Fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Lee. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, 75 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off. By the linebacker, Miles Jack.
Omaha. 380. 380. Hey, 72.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Carter. Joseph. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 11.
6:36, 7:34.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Carr. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
White.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he gets the 1st down. Carr now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Let's go. Omaha. 11B. Sunday.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook.
Here we go.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Seferian-Jenkins from 21 yards away. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing on first down is Carr. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw a short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Garden. First down. Over the middle, complete. That's Lynch. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Carr going to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah,
but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Carr now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
White Monday down.
1st down, the run with Lynch. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Go. Get set. 6:37. Go. Set.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
6-8-4. Express.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. To play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Oakland after this.
Get set. Hey, four down. Go. Go. Cover 0. 808.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey. Four down. Check 50.
Carr keeps it on the sneak. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr taking it in. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? First and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25. Yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field.
Hey, spread left. Set. Green 80. -55. Eat. Hey, spread left. Shit. Green is good.
Bortles now on first down. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, spread right. Snack. Green 80.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Green 80.
Shotgun now for Bortles. That one complete to Yeldon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, spread left.
On first down, Bortles. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a play fake. Carr. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
808. Express.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Martavis Bryant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. If you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
Pinheiro now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before half for Bortles. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He goes underneath for Yeldon. Yeldon fighting. He lost the football. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Carr now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Hey, switching gears for a second. Halfway through the preseason, any big takeaways that you've seen so far, Charles?
Just a few come to mind. Number one, the roster of 90 that stays that way throughout preseason, I think is a boon for every team because you can practice a little bit better, get a few more things done because you have more bodies, and those guys get to get on tape for 4 preseason games. So I think that's really good. The other part is normal execution, struggle a little bit. Early in the season, guys trying to get it back together. And last but not least, the practice of coming together with another team, 2 joint practices before a preseason game, becoming more and more widespread, and you get a lot of really good competition in practice with the best versus the best from each team.
On 1st and 10, Carr. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Yo, Chief, 24.
Again, it's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Throwing on first down is Carr. And Cook has it left side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays. Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Carr to throw on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
You know, when you talk about Jalen Ramsey, if he were a basketball player, you'd be wondering about the matchups for him, right? Where would he play? What would he cover? In this case, he can cover just about anything. I think his man coverage skills are excellent. He's nearly 210 pounds. Look at the...
The Raiders on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And some space here. Evades the tackler, and now some space. The 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 74 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right now.
Him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
We're good. 808.
Carr now on 1st down. They dump it off to Lynch, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Lynch. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Back now in the East Bay. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he finds Cook. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A Raiders 1st down. Carr hooking up with Cook. On 1st down, Carr. He'll check this down to Lynch, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. Carr to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Lynch. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Hurry, get set, fellas. 694.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going.
And he's got his tight end, Cook, in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Bortles now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. And I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Carr going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bryant. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Carr gives to Marshawn. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Monday down. Go Chief. Tight end right. 24. Hey, 734.
Now Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Raiders on third down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, 734. 808. Purdue.
Back to throw, Carr. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.